Toyota Yaris. Traditionally, that's not really been a name that stirred the souls of car fans the world over. But believe me when I say that this version, the new GR Yaris hot hatch, is going to change all that completely. Not only that, this pint-sized powerhouse also changes the game for the entire hot hatch market. Make no mistake, this car is a landmark in modern day motoring, and during the next few minutes, we'll be telling you why. But before we kick off this video review, it's that time again, the time where we remind you to subscribe to the CarGurus UK YouTube channel and to turn on notifications. Done? You sure? Don't make me come down there. To properly understand the magnitude of the GR Yaris, we need to understand where it's come from, and the answer lies in the world of rallying, and one key rule of the sport in particular. If you're a manufacturer that wants to go racing, then your competition car needs to be based on a road car that customers can actually buy, and only a few small things can be modified for competition. And that leaves you with a choice to make about how you build your race car. Most manufacturers go for the cheap option, which is to base their competition car on a run-of-the-mill, mass-produced model, tweak as much as they're allowed to, and simply live with the compromised performance that results in. Toyota, however, has decided to go the other way, and that's to design and engineer a car from the ground up, specifically as a rally car, and then offer a version of that car for sale to customers. It's a much more expensive approach, and one that no manufacturer has adopted for many years as a result. And not only does this give Toyota a rally car that I'm willing to bet will wipe the floor with all its competitors when it begins racing next season, but it also gives regular car buyers the opportunity to own a car with genuine motorsport pedigree. As you'll have guessed by now, the GR Yaris is very different from the slightly humdrum hybrid hatchback with which it shares its name. And that's because the two cars share virtually nothing else. Front and rear lights, door mirrors, radio antenna, and that's literally it. The GR is built on a completely different platform to the regular car and has a bespoke three-door body, with those doors being made from lightweight aluminium, slotting in beneath a carbon fibre roof that further reduces weight and lowers the car's centre of gravity. It also happens to have the world's most powerful three-cylinder engine connected to a fiendishly clever, high-performance four-wheel drive system. We'll delve into the dynamic benefits of all that a little bit later on, but in terms of looks, the GR has a character all of its own. Yes, there are similarities with the regular Yaris, but with gaping air intakes, flared wheel arches, various aerodynamic enhancements, the GR is a lot more menacing. There's much less of a contrast in here, it has to be said. The dashboard is very similar to the regular Yaris's in terms of its layout and its build. That means that most things are easy to find and use, but it's a little bit short on tactile appeal and visual pizzazz. The infotainment system is the same one that you get in the regular Yaris, and that means that the graphics are clear, but the menus could be a bit more logically arranged. There are some bigger differences between the cabins of the GR and the regular Yaris, however. Firstly, there's a manual gear stick rather than an automatic selector, and it's positioned a few centimetres higher up, so it's easier to grab when you're rushing through the gears. You've also got a generous smattering of GR badges dotted about the place, and heavily bolstered, figure-hugging sports seats. They are super comfy, and there is loads of adjustment for your driving position. So although you sit higher than you do in a lot of hot hatches, people of all shapes and sizes are going to be able to get comfy behind the wheel. However, the same can't be said of the back seats. The restyled three-door body means curling yourself into the car in the first place is a bit of a faff, especially when the front seat doesn't slide out of the way automatically like it does in most three-door cars, and the seat doesn't return to its original position either. What's more, rear headroom is desperately short once you're in. To be honest, if you're 6 foot like me, you'll barely fit at all, and even if you're a full 6 inches shorter, you'll still find your hairdo brushing the ceiling uncomfortably. In truth, these seats are really only suitable for small kids, but because the boot is so comically small at just 174 litres, you'll have to leave the pushchair at home. So the GR doesn't do a great job on practicality then, but never mind all that. The real purpose of a hot hatch is to get your heart racing faster than a World Rally car when you're here on the road. And by golly, does it deliver on that promise. Let's start by considering some of the numbers. That 3-cylinder engine we mentioned earlier is a turbocharged 1.6, squeezing out 257 brake horsepower. That might not sound like much when some hot hatches are pushing out 320 or 350, but the Yaris is a much smaller and crucially much lighter car, weighing less than 1,300 kilos, and with a helpful extra traction from that four-wheel drive system, this car can sprint from 0 to 62 in just 5.5 seconds. Even when you're just bimbling along through town, the engine feels tractable and eager. That makes this a really easy car to drive at low speed. But when you fancy picking up the pace, there's some real sparkle about the way it delivers its power. It punches really, really hard from anywhere on the rev range, and it absolutely loves to be revved out. And when you oblige, then if anything, it feels even faster than the already impressive numbers suggest. It's not just the performance that delivers a feeling of immediacy either. So does every single one of the controls. The gear lever is an absolute joy to snick into place, the throttle response is super sharp, and the brakes are as responsive as they are strong. And importantly for a hot hatch, the steering is really good as well. It's nice and quick, both to react and to turn. It's really nicely weighted. And although it's not exactly what you'd call bristling with feel, there's more than enough there to let you feel involved in every ounce of the action. And in terms of action, there's plenty of it. The car's lightweight contributes to a level of agility that most hot hatches could only dream of. And so does the brilliant suppression of body lean and seemingly unshakable grip levels. That's helped in no small part by a suspension that could ride broken up road surfaces without breaking traction. And that compliance also contributes to a surprising level of everyday comfort, although admittedly you will still feel a decidedly sporting edge to the ride. It should also be noted that there's a circuit pack available which brings a stiffer suspension, stickier tyres and a limited slip differential. This car doesn't have it, but although we haven't tried a car with it fitted, we can say that it's still pretty unbelievable without it. What really sets the GR apart from other hot hatches though is that super clever four-wheel drive system. When you select normal mode, 60% of the drive is sent to the front wheels while 40% goes to the rears. And that's designed to give a predictable and familiar feel that makes the car's performance that much more approachable. Switch it to sport mode and the bias switches to 30% at the front and 70% at the back. That's designed to give you more of a rear-wheel drive sensation and to allow you to do big, leery tail slides if you so wish, although that's not something that we're going to be demonstrating here on the public road. Then you've got track mode that distributes the power 50-50 for optimum grip and traction, designed for banging in fast lap times on track days. All in all, it works superbly well, and it gives the GR a driving experience that's genuinely multi-layered. But perhaps the most impressive thing about this car is that it's every bit as engaging as it is advanced. You just cannot help but grin like an idiot. It is so much fun. Honestly, even if you're a hot hatch aficionado, this thing is gonna blow you away. Is it perfect? Nope, but then again, no car is. The view out the back is hampered by the tiny rear window, and the combination of the high seating position and chunky low slung rear view mirror means there's a sizable blind spot at your front near side too. And as brilliant as the engine is, you might just wish it sounded a little bit more exciting. Put a few revs on and there's a bit of a snarl, but in reality, most of that's being pumped in synthetically through the speakers, and there are none of those pops and bangs that you get with the leariest hot hatches. It's a bit of a shame really, because that really would have been the icing with this car. And if you make sure you get all your servicing done through the official Toyota dealer network, then you also get a warranty that could last you up to 10 years. Who said hot hatches weren't sensible? Yes, starting at £30,000, the GR isn't cheap, even by hot hatch standards. But bearing in mind the amount of engineering excellence and excitement you're getting, it doesn't feel outrageous. So for us, the GR Yaris is an instant member of the hot hatch Hall of Fame. Yes, it has its flaws, but on the really important matter, that of delivering thrills, then it is virtually impossible to fault. What do you think of the Yaris? Please do let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the CarGurus UK YouTube channel as well. And if you happen to be looking for your next car, head along to cargurus.co.uk for fantastic deals from top rated dealers.